Will GT4 cars be any good at Zolder? Well, that's what we're going to be finding out today. Hello and welcome. We are in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage GT4 here today, the 007 to be particular. Here we're at 10-minute race at Zolder, 29 cars, 29 GT4s, starting in a random place. So it could be first, could be last, could be anywhere in between. Yeah, hopefully it's going to end out decently well enough for us here today. Zolder, obviously a bit of a chaotic track at times, quite short, but yeah, overall I find it a very, very, very fun track. But will the GT4s be any good round it? They're usually pretty good round most tracks, so hopefully this one's going to be good. I thought Zolder, given the how the GT4 is fun to chuck around most places like the Nürburgring and all that kind of stuff. Zolder will be good with its chicanes, so yeah, let's get on with it. So we are on the grid here today. As you can see, we're not in the top 19, unfortunately. So I predict we're probably going to be far down the field. And yes, it's going to be 29th for us here today in Zolder, but hopefully we can make up a bit of time here. The Aston, not the greatest of cars at cornering, I'd say, compared to things like the KTM that are basically just go-karts on wheels. As we come to the grid now, try and make up some places here on the start. It'll be rather intense, given that we are given that we are at the back here, and probably going to be fighting up the field, considering we're definitely not paced with the back of the pack as we come round to the green flag now, not even off, just about off the corner before we actually get to the start now, as they're going to be braking very early for this turn number one. I'm going to try and brake as late as possible there, as they actually go up a massive bunch of cars there. Is actually up a good few places there, 3 wide into turn 2. Didn't particularly like that, that was a bit scary, but actually clawing our way right up through the field already. Bimmer swerving out at the last moment there, avoiding action. Up to 20th already. Oh, stop! Take this corner incredibly easy. On lap 1, lots of cars trying to get through in quite close vicinities, so we can easily take it so much quicker compared to our cars now as we go up our way through here. Getting by the Alpine there, lovely jubbly stuff. It's up to 19th here in Zolder. If I had the guts, I would have sent it there, but evidently not the greatest of ideas. I mean, I've had bad ideas before, but never that bad. Send it here though. No, we will. Keep it out in the curb. A drag race between me and the Audi. And the Audi will win that, but under braking, we'll launch it in there and we're going to get by. Of course. And now, time to chase down 17th place Bimmer here. Hopefully that won't be too difficult as we come round to this chicane here in the early stage of the race. Not wanting to send it too much as the Bimmer, showing why taking too much carb is bad, as we will be able to probably manage to get by him, although we aren't quite there yet, as we have a slight light bump with the Bimmer. Nearly spinning out, but we are all good. here in the Aston now, catching up to 16th place in this Alpine here just now. As we go out a bit wide in that last corner there, but we don't lose too much time. Bit of a different thing to drive these GT4s a bit. This Aston feeling a bit heavier, and definitely less aero than the GT3s by a mile. Still decently nippy, some of them. Obviously Aston not being the nippiest of them. And obviously, oh yeah, KTM obviously one of the main ones that are very incredibly nippy. Through the chicane we go. Take those curbs are in track limits, so you can take a lot of them. There is out of this corner now, we come on the Porsche right all over the back of him. And up the inside we go on the Porsche. Final corner. Come now, very fun Zolder so far. Managed to get into the 139s there. Fastest lap of the race. So that's pretty nice to see. Obviously not the fastest person in the world, but probably nowhere near that. We are far off on all tracks compared to some of the ones that are the GT3 aliens, basically. As we come down to the chicane once again, clear air, managing to get by the KTM before the braking zone, so as we outbrake ourselves slightly there, massive jump over the curb there, but never mind. No bad effects on that. It's one of the toughest bits of Zolder, but one of the funnest bits when you get it right now is we come down now. Already in the back of this bimmer. We're very much quicker through that second chicane and that corner than the bimmer as we come down now to the penultimate corner. I see the two Chevys up there, which I have never driven, which could be interesting to drive. So this final corner we come again. That's a very nice looking bimmer, I must say, as we come round down to turn number 1. Bit of the gravel there, but never mind. In fact, very much in the gravel. Into chicane we come again. Take lots of the first curb, less of the second curb. I always forget what order you take that in, because there's one that usually in the GT3 if you take lots of it does very much punish you. You don't want to take too much of any of them. However, I think it's that second curve you don't want to take too much of, as we are right scraping the bumper of this off this bimmer. into the kind of penultimate corners of Zolder here. I believe that this might be our... This could be our last lap, depending on how quickly... Yeah, this is going to be our last lap coming up now. We're in 13th, which is certainly a big jump. Just a shame I can't get to fight these as we go wide off that corner. The amount of times I've done that before in basically all cars and all games. Oh, as we go deep again, way deep. As I was going to say, it's a shame that we're not going to get to fight these Chevys up here. I know they are quite... I find them quite interesting, given that it's a bit of a out there choice of car. That's the two teammate Chevys there, the only two Chevys in the European GT4 series, can I speak, as we come round down to the final corners, or the final time for the chicane, I think. See if we can get 12th here. There's certainly one place at Zolder I can pass on, and it's coming up here, not the chicane or the corner after, but in fact this penultimate corner here. We can get the run through here on this bullet Mercedes. Let's see, are we close enough? I believe so. Let's send it. Go alongside enough. Have we got him? This is going to be a drag race down to the final chicane. On the grass there, a bit, going to squeeze him up to the... sit in the middle of the track. Not going to give any way, duck to the racing line. He's going to back out of that one. Go way deep into the first one. Okay, the second one, it's going to be a last corner pass on the Mercedes there. We're going to finish 12th. Lovely stuff there from us, and we're going to finish 12th from 29th in the grid. And yeah, extremely fun that's older. These things can take a curb and a half. That is for sure. Look, there's the Chevys up here, look. The 68 and the 69 car. So yeah, great race. So overall, I think that was an overwhelming success. GT4's at Zolder. Might even try it on stream. It was I thoroughly enjoyed that one. Driving that there, and yeah, I hope to see you next time here. Like, subscribe, do whatever everyone else tells you. I don't really care. But yeah, we shall see you next time, and I guess the only thing left to say is goodbye.